Hey, what's up? Mark here from waycoolnews.net. Oh yeah! And I promise you that there will be no more impressions for the remainder of this review. So, with that being said, let's take a look at the Ringside Collectibles exclusive NWO Macho Man Randy Savage Elite figure. The Macho Man comes packaged inside the standard WWE Elite style packaging, this time sporting the Ringside Collectibles exclusive badge on the front. We can also see a small cutout of the Macho Man in his black and white Madness attire, while delivering one of those classically iconic Macho Man poses. The back of the packaging features the same but larger portrait of the Macho Man. The right side of the packaging is loaded with information in regards to the Macho Man's height and weight, title history, signature move, and even a short bio or memorable moment, helping us remember an exciting era of wrestling. Shortly after the Macho Man's first departure from WCW in 1996, after receiving months of abuse from the NWO, he would later return in January 1997 as its newest member, reuniting once again with longtime friend Hulk Hogan. This is the same head sculpt we've seen in past renditions of the Macho Man. In fact, with the exception of the long tights, we're pretty much looking at a repaint with the addition of some accessories. The bandana does a great job at capturing the squiggly white line design, along with the warped Madness text. It really looks the part. The sunglasses too do a great job at emulating the design and feel of the original ones. Out of these accessories, I have noticed one major improvement from Mattel in the bandana. It does a great job at seamlessly blending into the rest of the sculpt without causing the hair to look odd or misshaped when the bandana is removed. Mattel continues to do a nice job at concealing the fixed holes for the arms of the sunglasses, so while it isn't anything new, it's something that continues to work time and time again. There's no point in deviating from success. With the sunglasses and bandana removed, we get a look at this familiar head sculpt. So, if you've already seen my previous review of the CM Punk Macho Man Battlepack, then you'll know how I already feel about this head sculpt. Mattel is in the business of reusing parts while trying to create new figures, so it's not a surprise that they would continue to reuse a head sculpt for a wrestler that's already been established. But I have to tell you, this head sculpt is just not working. The bandana and sunglasses continue to be a saving grace for this figure, but beneath those accessories lies a head sculpt that no one would want to display. Moving into the body now, Mattel continues to match the success of the bandana and sunglasses combo with the fringed Madness t-shirt. The design is spot on and the fringe work looks good and downright awesome. The shirt itself is constructed out of a pliable plastic. It looks good, fits nice, and comes off easily. In terms of the body sculpt, there's nothing new to write home about. Same size and muscular definition. One of these days, I hope Mattel gets around to making a better head sculpt alongside a body sculpt that sports that strained neck look that Macho Man always seemed to do while posing. Using the image from the packaging as a reference point, I wish they had chosen to instead give Macho Man his black and white open finger gloves rather than the taped hands we were instead given. A customizer can easily make this wish a reality, but it's always nicer when it's already done for you the first time around. The white weightlifting belt is neatly painted with Madness on the back in silver, outlined by black. The sculpt of the belt is even better than the paint job. The belt is easily removable, but doesn't have any problem clipping together or staying on. Chalk up another win for the accessories department. The sculpt of the long tights are done well, capturing the wavy wrinkles of fabric near the pelvic area. The wrinkles along the knees also help capture the look of knee pads beneath the tights. The paint job is expertly applied with neat tight lines. Mattel continues to do a fantastic paint job, rarely failing to recreate signature design patterns. The stars of the design are neat, proportionate, and very well balanced. The fringe work wrapped around the tops of the boots are done well. They are sculpted out of the same pliable plastic as the shirt and can be slipped off over the boot if they need be. Even though the fringe is sculpted out of one solid piece, it still captures the nature of the fringe work by sculpting the strips in various lengths. So let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation now. In terms of articulation, if you've ever owned a WWE Elite figure, you already know what you're getting into. So first we're going to take a look at the accessories on the head. The bandana is removable, so it easily comes on and off. The glasses as well are removable. If you ever owned a Macho Man figure before, you already know what you're getting into. Just pull out from the holes underneath the hair. So the head can go up and down, a little bit left to right wiggle. It can fully rotate all the way around. The hair does strike the shoulders a little bit, but it can do it. So the shoulder can go outward, and we can go a full rotation. At the bicep swivel, we can go all the way around. At the elbow here, we can do a single jointed bend, back and forth. The wrist has a jointed bend as well, but can move really in either direction, up or down. And also has a swivel. So this shirt right here is removable, and that's held together by the two snaps on each side. So you go ahead and pop these off. Real easy to take off, real easy to put back on. So this abdominal area does have an ab crunch. Has a nice range of motion. The weightlifting belt does pop off. It's held together by this one snap. Really easy to pop off, and just as easy to put back on. So at the torso here, we can rotate all the way around. At the top of the thigh, we can go forward, we can go outward, but going back is a tad bit hindered by the sculpt. So we also have a swivel at the top of the thigh. At the knee, we get a double jointed bend. Very awesome. At the top of the boot, we have a swivel. The ankle, we have a hinge. We can go back and forth. And we even get a little bit of a ankle pivot right here. Help us stabilize our figures on the shelves. Very nice. So overall, if you've owned a WWE Elite figure before, you kind of already know what you're getting into. But things like double jointed knees are always a very big win. So you can even display him without the shirt, and he still looks pretty cool. Very Macho Man. So yeah, articulation is pretty well done and can carry this figure forward to another level. Big win.
Even though I have voiced some changes I would like to see implemented for future renditions of Macho Man figures, I can honestly say I am more than happy to own this figure. Whether you want to own this figure as a display piece or a playable character, this figure is sure to be a highlight of your collection. If you want to get your hands on this NWO Macho Man, be sure to visit the only website you can get him from, Ringside Collectibles. We'll leave a link to the order page in the description below the video. For more great wrestling and many other types of toy reviews, be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube. For WayCoolNews.net, I'm Mark, and this has been another Way Cool review.